Hey there you guys, it's Miss Charlotte and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So, this is a bit of a long one. I feel like all of my speed builds are kind of long. And let me know if you guys don't mind that because I mean, as long as I've got commentary to fill the time that it takes to make these speed builds, I guess it's all right. But I don't know. I'm worried that'll be way too long, and you guys won't be interested in long speed builds. But unfortunately, it takes me a long time to make all of my builds for some reason. But anyway, so today's speed build is I don't know what I'm going to call it actually. I was inspired by the fact that the weather where I am is absolutely awful at the moment, and I feel like it's finally turning to autumn time and borderline winter, to be honest. It is freezing in London, but so I was just feeling a little bit autumnal, not quite Christmassy yet. I refuse to celebrate Christmas too early, but I thought, why not kick off a little bit of autumn in a speed build and make a autumn themed house. That was the aim of it anyway. I'm not sure how autumnal I made it, but my kind of aim to make it autumnal was just to use lots of kind of orangey woods and colours that are like brown and neutral and earthy colours, as well as pops of orange and yellow, which I think I achieved and I liked it. I tried to kind of make it a little bit brighter, but I wanted to make the overall look quite cozy because autumn makes me feel cozy and like it just reminds me of being inside with like the heating turned off and like all swaddled in blankets and like having hot drinks. Like, oh my goodness, like chai lattes. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with that drink. I just get this like chai latte mix and then you literally add water and oh my god, so good. It just tastes like winter in a cup. It's great. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to base this build on. And for once, I actually went for a two-story build. I feel like when I make houses, I always do little bungalows, so I thought I might experiment a little. And I was a bit more experimental with the kind of exterior wallpaper, I guess. I wanted to do a mixture of some nice bricks and wood. I think I go back and change the wood, maybe, I'm not sure. But I wanted it to look a little bit old style because I know some old styles of houses aren't entirely just like one material. It's kind of like a mixture, and that's kind of what I wanted to go for. I thought it looked a bit weird, and the whole time I was like, this looks weird. But I want to be more experimental with that stuff because I think it looks cool. It adds a little bit of dimension to the house. Same with the little kind of pillars I made. I want to be making more kinds of things like that just add a bit of shape to the houses so they don't look like the bog standard basic rectangles and squares. And I did a little overhanging bit of the house supported by a pillar, which I think I could have done more with putting stuff underneath when I decorate it at the end. But I'm quite chuffed with the layout of the house. I was pretty happy with that. There you go. I changed the wood to that. But yeah, I think it's actually kind of a nice look I went for. The roof looked a bit weird as well, but I did try to make it a little bit more experimental. It's all experimental. If my builds end up looking a little bit weird, it's probably because they are weird because I'm trying and attempting to make them look a little bit more interesting. There we go, English. But yeah, I decided to go with multiple bedrooms because as I do in most of my builds, I only really do like one floor, one bedroom, one bathroom. So I want to work on doing bigger builds. So this one had two bedrooms. On the closest to the front of the house was the master, and then I had a spare bedroom. And yeah, I tried to use really I was going to use archways and have it like as an open plan kitchen, but then I found this really cool sliding door. I didn't realize like if you look for indoors like to look at archways, they have like really cool like sliding doors and stuff, which I haven't really used, but I thought that would fit quite well with this little build, so I did use them. And yeah, everything primarily I did was wood. Some of the upstairs wallpaper, again, I just like tried some different things. At first I was going to make it look kind of like old school, as you can see with this wallpaper, like a little bit like grandma-y, I guess. No offense if you do like that wallpaper and you have it and you're not a grandma, but I mean, that's in my head why related to for some reason. But I think I go back and change it and make it a little bit more funky. Apologies, I keep yawning and I'm going to keep cutting it out. I'm really sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning all the time because literally all weekend I've been sleeping. Because that's what I do when I'm not working. I practically just sleep all the time to catch up on it. And I had a nice lie in today. I literally just got up like maybe an hour and a half ago and it's like almost 12. So no excuses for being tired, but I'm always tired. So sorry about that. There'll be a lot of cuts of me yawning. But yeah, so starting off with the living room, I thought it'd be nice to make sure there's a fireplace because again, I wanted to make it really, really cozy. And then I started off the color palette with some oranges and some yellows and just some nice warm tones. And then I was looking through the decorations, and they have like fall slash autumn specific kind of interior bits and bobs, like these like log leaves and candlely bits and all that. Log leaves? Why did I say log leaves? Log candles, like showden leaves. That's what I'm trying to say. So I kind of try to implement that all over the build just to make it look a little bit cluttered in an autumny fashion. And then I stuck a cute little bookcase. I just kind of wanted to make it like really cute and cozy, like a little winter getaway. Like if you were to go to, like, I don't know, if you went for like a winter trip away somewhere and then you hired out like an Airbnb of like a really cute cabin, kind of this, but like a lot more like a house, if that makes sense, because I did want it to be more of like a build you can just buy for your sim, that kind of thing. And with all the plants, I did try and get things that were warm tones. So you'll see I'm flicking through so many plants to see what kind of fits. I just wanted everything to be orangey and yellows and not too moderny looking. There are some things I did experiment with and I was like, it looks a bit too modern, so I got rid of it. But yeah, we're going for an old looking house, an old looking ass, which is what I think I normally do. But it's fine, it's perfectly fine. And with the lighting, I went for some nice warm tones. And I don't think, for once, I didn't put any ceiling lights in. I don't think. I went with standing up lights, which I like when because the rooms I made were quite, well, the living room anyway, it's quite big, and so I wanted to kind of fill the space, and so I just realized maybe not having ceiling lights and having like standing lights would help that, and it kind of did. And I like the ones I chose. They look very cozy and they actually have warm lighting, which helped. But yeah, moving on to the kitchen where I apparently can't match counters because that's clearly not the same counter at all. It was kind of a basic kitchen. I'm really bad at building kitchens, I've realized. Like, I have a generic plan of what they look like, and that's what they look like in every single one of my builds, which is kind of naff. So I think I just need to do some research into what I can do with kitchens because I don't know. I don't want them to be a boring thing. They have potential to be exciting rooms for the build, and it can like definitely change what a whole build looks like. So I wanted this to be an autumnal place, and like I just feel like the kitchen didn't really make like add to it, you know? Like I tried to put some warm style plants and stuff, if that makes sense, to make it look autumnal, but for me it just looks like my generic kitchen that I always build. So I'm gonna work on that. Giving myself feedback because I feel like always when I'm voicing over my speed builds, I'm just like, I could do this a lot better. Just self improve the whole time. But yeah, I want to be more experimental with kitchens. I keep using experimental. That's all I talk about. Experimental. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't want to make it too modern. Like here, I wanted to do this weird floaty plant situation just to fill in the wall, and I thought it looked way too modern. But it's really cute. I love doing that design, and just putting wall art everywhere. But I think I went for a painting down there. So moving up to the upstairs corridor, there was quite a bit of room, but I didn't want to separate it into a little box room. I just felt like it would make the corridor look so tiny. So I decided to kind of make a little officey area in the corridor, which I think some people have in their houses. Sure, let's go with that. And then I just put some sunflowers in, I think. Those were giant, Jesus, to kind of bring those orangey tones. And I do go back to the corridor and add some more plants and stuff just to spruce it up. But yeah, I was having a real faff when I was doing these bedrooms because I couldn't correspond the beds with the style of the wallpaper, and I just didn't know like what to do. I don't want to make it too modern or too not modern. And then I found this wallpaper, and I was like, that's a bit crazy, but it's leaves and it's natural, and it's like maybe something I should try out. I don't know how I feel about that wallpaper. I think it's because I normally go for plain stuff, and that is very, very all over the place and just lots and lots of stuffs. So I was like, not sure, but I went with it, and I'm quite happy. It's very busy. That's how I describe it. But yeah, I went in with a cozy looking bed, and again just some more autumnal furnishings and some orangey woods, some bits looking quite modern, I guess, now I'm looking back at it. But then I just thought I'd fill every room with a really cute carpet. I really like the carpets in Sims. I think they've stepped it up with adding packs and like adding to the furnishings. I actually really like the carpets. The beds, on the other hand, I feel like the single beds could be nicer. I was like trying to make the second bedroom, and like it just looked really dull to me. Like it looked so washed out and like murky. And I feel like I wanted something bright, but not so bright it looked really modern and flashy. And it's, I don't know, I guess it's difficult with Sims because the yellows are like really bright, or the oranges are really bright, or they're like really murky. There's no like in between. Or it's me just being picky, which is probably the likely scenario. But instead, I went for quite a bland, kind of neutral colour. Which again, that's what I associate with autumn, like neutral, earthy colours. But I think it could have made this bedroom look a little bit plain, so I could have spiced it up again with the wallpaper. But I didn't want it to be equally as busy as the adjacent room. So I did spice it up with a few plants and lights and carpets though, so that's something. Oh, and yeah, I found this really cute autumn wreath, which I think is so cute. They have like one for spring and I'm not sure summer, but winter. And I think it's really cute. I love all the seasonal stuff because it like enables you to actually like decorate the houses and tune with like what seasons are happening. I really like it. I'm guessing that did come with the seasons pack. Was it called seasons in this one? I don't know. You guys know I'm really bad at memorizing the packs for everything because I'm just stuck with Sims 2 and Sims 3 in my head and I can't tell the difference anymore. But yeah, just putting some wall furnishings in. I found this really cute little sticky lighty tree thing and I threw that in because I thought it matched with the mirror. But yeah, I'm just going in and adding some nice wall furnishings that made me think of like something quite homey and neutral and nothing that stood out too much and was too flashy. Um, and then some more yellow stuff, some sunflowers and all sorts. I really liked it actually, but I ended up downsizing the size of them because I feel like some of the paintings are really weirdly sized. Like some things are just giant, some things are tiny. Like I really do like in changing the sizes of them, things in Sims because you can just make it look a little bit more natural, I think. And then as you can see, there's a pumpkin at the front. I was going to make this a little bit more Halloweeny October themed, and then I thought, it doesn't really match kind of the aesthetic of the build. And that got me thinking, I do want to make a Halloween themed or like a haunted house build, which I've never done before, and I thought would be so super fun. And then that could be the same as like a vampire build I can make, or I can do like two separate ones. But I just think it'd be really appropriate for October, and I'm really excited. I want to get started on those. But do let me know in the comments if you want to see that kind of thing, or what kind of festive builds. Like around Christmas, I want to do some Christmassy builds and stuff like that. It's just exciting. I like it, and it just kind of changes it up from the normal build. So I might be doing that. So yeah, and now I added in a chimney, I believe, which I was really happy with. I love making makeshift chimneys. It's so fun. And I just got to play around with the wallpaper and like just changing the upper bit. If the upper wall trimmings are really cool, there's one that I found that I used in the end that looks a little bit modern, but I think it looked so cool. Let's see if I find it in the end. I was struggling finding wall trimmings in the first place until I dropped it. That one, there you go. I think it looks so cool. It kind of matches with the windows and it looks a little bit modern, but I really like it. I like making like custom chimneys instead of like, can you get chimneys in Sims 4? Oh god, I'm so bad. I like act like I've never played this game before. It's awful. But yeah, I really like making them. And yeah, just experimenting with some painting. See what I mean? They're all like tiny. Also, I think I had a sunflower theme going on. I don't know why. Kind of like it though. Sunflowers are cool. they're pretty. And yeah, let me just think. What else did I do? I just added little furnishings and stuff, really, and then just like edited the roof a bit, made it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, beautiful to look, and then sorted out some windows and stuff because I was like moving rooms on the inside, and then it was just faffing up the outside. Faffing up, yeah, I've used that as a verb now. I guess that's the thing, sure. And then I almost ended the bill without doing the bathroom, like an idiot. And then I went back and did the bathroom. I was gonna make it really old school, which I feel like I always do. I always use this bath, so I went back and I changed it because I always use that bath, and I'm like, oh, need to change it up. And I ended up using a beautiful corner bath and making it quite I think dark themed. But again, with bathrooms, I feel like I don't spice it up. Bathrooms and kitchens, I just I do in such a generic way. I need to get much better at that. But I do go and change the wallpaper, make it a little bit funky. And I guess the bathroom was quite modern, but I think I tried to dull it down, not dull it down, but like tone it down with plants and stuff to make it more in the theme. Oh, tried to shove some pumpkins in there apparently. It's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I'm mad now. I'm mad looking back at this and looking at the bathroom. I could have done so much more with it. Damn it. It's fine. It's fine. It's all about improvement, right? Like, if you look at my first build and then look at some of my other builds, I'd like to think there's been improvements made, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's what this is all about. Just getting better and experimenting and, yeah, all that fun jazz. And trying loads of different carpets, apparently, because I can't decide. I'm so indecisive in speed builds. At first, I wasn't going to do speed builds. I was going to like commentate as I built, and then I realized it would have taken like 2 hours because I'm so indecisive. Which is why we have the speed builds we have today. But yeah, that's about it. Just putting some lovely plants about, and I decided to put those on the outside on these beautiful pillars, which are really random. Oh, and then I got really excited, and I decided to put greenery all over the house. I don't know if it was too much, but I did a lot of greenery, like overgrowing, ivy-ish kind of stuff, and then I added a bunch of like yellow flowers, and I think it actually looked really nice. It looked a little bit more homely, little bit more like this house has been here for a while, and just I don't know, it kind of felt like a little less blocky. I don't know. I liked it. I like what it added to the house. It was cute. I want to do that more. I do like the options of wall plants that you can add. I really like it. It's nice. And then just adding in some plants and stuff. And then I put a little plant in this pot. Very cute. Love that for me. Beautiful. And there we go. So that was the autumnal themed house. I'm quite happy with it. I think it's very cute. It's very cozy. And it has some nice warm tones going on. But again, maybe the kitchen or bathroom could do with a bit of spicing up. So we'll see if I can work on that a little bit. But yeah, if you guys liked it, get a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more of these videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!